Yo, what's going on, family? Welcome back to Pixel Pod. It's your boy Ray.
It's your girl Katie.
We're doing an exclusive review for Solo Leveling Season 1. But we're going to end this review with watching the trailer
Season 2.
for Season 2, baby.
I'm very excited, yeah, because the way they ended the season was very from starting the first episode, I wouldn't expect it to end that way because, we don't know anything about the anime, but our first introduction of the main character is a very weak character.
Yeah.
So for it to end the way that it did was,
I love that.
Amazing.
I love the fact that they did that they gave us a character who I don't want to say we all relate to, but we've all felt that feeling of not being enough or being the weakest out of everybody in front of us, back and forth.
We both worked out because of this show.
Yo, it's crazy what anime can do.
Yeah.
You know, it can bring people together. It can make you more, in tune with yourself, teach you things. And in this anime inspired us to kind of push our physical self to see if we can get to another level. Are there more out there? Are there more awakened individuals that we don't know about and that we're going to meet in the future?
True,
does Jinwoo end up being the hero of the story? Or does he end up being the villain?
Or is he the only player in the game that's happening right now?
That's another thing that I can't wait to see. If why is he called the player? Is there other players? What is he gonna meet others just like him, or is he being just controlled?
You just reminded me of something though. The fact that in that last episode he had a little moment where his old self was talking to him. It kind of makes me wonder, was that just a psychological thing he was doing to himself? Or is this, some kind of mental game that's actually happening and we're just witnessing it?
Yo, you're so right. That's right.
You made me realize it's possible. I think you joked about it at the end of one of these episodes. You're like, oh, turns out he's just in a coma and this is all a dream. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, if that's the case, that would be crazy.
And I wonder if he's like an experiment or he's being used for something greater.
True.
It's kind of like Mewtwo in Pokemon.
Yes.
Where they did this experiment to create a high genetic Pokemon based on the DNA of an ancient Pokemon, and they were going to use it for power and for dominance. But then he ended up kind of releasing he ended up being his own self.
Because it happened after the double dungeon. So
yeah.
It's kind of, if he's the only one to survive, who's to say this all isn't just something that's in his head and he's literally just laying somewhere else in the world, and this is all just in his head or something.
No, the reason they wanted to apologize to him is because they ran off.
Oh, they were supposed to wait in the middle or something.
He was like, yo, I got a family, I got a wife, I got a kid, I can't do this. I'm so... And he was crying with boogers. He's like, oh no, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. And he booked it. Honestly,
the fact that we thought there was going to be a cute scene at one point.
Yo, that's right.
I can't believe we did that to Solo Leveling. How dare us?
That's right. We thought there was going to be a whole cute scene, a little picnic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's going to be a filler. It's going to be...
I'm disappointed.
Well, because of the way the previous episode ended, we're like, oh my gosh. It ended with them together, and talking to each other in the park. And the next episode is called A Picnic. We automatically assumed that's what it was going to be about. But I love the way the show ended. The whole season, the finale, that battle with Igris. That was one of the dopest anime fight scenes I have ever seen. If I was watching that as a kid right now, as a 12-year-old self, Ray, who loves anime... If I would have been watching that right now, I would become literally an artist.
You think red would be your favorite color for a little bit?
Gosh, I would
Start
go.
Naming your pets Igris.
I would go nuts, just drawing this show, just just thinking about the fight scenes, training in martial arts. Yo, that was so dope. Everything, the way they kept changing the artwork, the way they kept changing the colors, the black and white moments. Remember?
Just thought about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
You had, because you called it. I remember that you were like, yo, it was
the strain of what he was going through. It was just they interpreted that through that drawing, which was crazy.
And then I heard that in that part where he says arise, to Igris, to try to get him to become part of his army. In the English version, I guess some fans wanted him to say like wakey wakey, and they were doing like this whole petition, and
so silly.
Supposedly he was almost close to saying it like that, but I think maybe the producers or the people doing the show, maybe they kind of like changed their minds and didn't want to do that.
Yeah, because it's not serious. It's kind of a joke, and
like,
it's such a serious,
wakey,
it's such a serious moment.
Right,
you don't want to take that away just because of a silly wakey wakey. Like,
it's an empty throne.
Why protect an empty throne?
Why are you protecting an empty throne when you can be a part of my army on my side and be a champion with me, a pixelpod champion?
Yay, there we go.
And end up, becoming a dope sidekick or a dope fighter on my side. And then he went next to him, and then he bowed down.
Yeah, he bowed before him, behind him.
Oh, and they all bowed down after. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps. And they all bowed down, like, and he's just looking at them like, yo, let's get it, yo.
Let's get it.
Yeah, oh my god, that was so sick. That was such a cool ending.
I will say one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing how he utilizes the army and when he's going to need to, because he's already so good as he is himself.
Yes.
But at what point is something going to be such a challenge for him that he actually needs his companion as well as his army?
I'm wondering what ended up happening in that island. What was the mission that was so crazy, that was so dreadful, that became such a top security kind of thing where they hid or they covered up, and then now you have this top S rank warriors, hunters going out there
as one guild to
in a secret subtle mission to kind of figure out what happened. I want to see that. I want to see where that's gonna go. You want to check out the trailer now?
I'm so ready for it.
You ready?
Let's check it out.
Let's check out the trailer. Let's go. Let's.
It's called A Rise from the Shadow. Oh, this song is so good.
That's Igris right there.
Igris. Oh, wow. Oh, who's this?
Okay. Woo!
Wow.
Let's go. His army right there. This will be your first job?
Oh, he's got a golden ring on his eye now.
Okay.
Wow, that went by so fast.
Okay, I did. Yeah, it was just a minute. That's
Has
it.
he always fought like just animal kind of monsters and never really a person until Igris? Now that I think about it, I don't think he was with the humanoid type.
Just with whenever he came into that castle and they basically did that test where he had to fight like knights.
Oh, and then the guys that came along that one time.
Right.
He got that mission to kill them. I wonder when he's going to have to utilize a whole army. But it looks like he's going to have a little bit more tougher challenges, including like a person with his own army. Yeah. So it makes sense for him to have an army too. So that looks cool.
Right? And the fact that they said this will be your first job.
Right? Like is he reading that from his little system thing?
Right.
Like,
is the system sending him on missions now? Like,
or is this maybe he got accepted into something like a guild maybe and that's his first job, first mission, who knows?
Oh, snap. Yo, that sounds dope. I can't wait. Yo, I can't wait for season 2.
The character looked cool. He's like an elf type almost.
Yeah, he looked like an elf, like a snow elf.
Yeah.
And he has sort of like polar bears. I thought that was Igris' like real face showing at some point.
Oh, yeah.
It does look like at some point he gets another soldier to kind of back him up in the army. Because I saw like different soldiers in his army. So I don't know if it's like a new person he controls now.
Oh, because he's like a necromancer.
Yeah, he's a necromancer now. So he's like, all right, I beat you, arise.
Oh, I beat you, arise. Every person he beats, he revives.
Yeah, I beat you,
he
arise.
has to be up a certain level for certain statuses.
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's gonna be dope. It's gonna be on Patreon for a while. And then we might put it on YouTube maybe later on down the road. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You guys have been so awesome, so great with all the feedback, the comments, the anime, introducing us to some cool animes like this one, like Solo Leveling. So I hope to see you guys on the next round, and we'll be leveling up with Jinwoo, right?
Absolutely, and thank you for our new members too. We appreciate the members who have been here with us since not soon after starting the Patreon.
Yes.
We have people who have been here with us for a while, and we have some people who just started with us. So thank you to all of you.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much again. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe and stick for a while because we're gonna watch season 2.
Oh my god, yeah. If you want to be the first to see it too, make sure you go join our Patreon. That way you can see it when it first comes out.
You already know the vibes, guys. So I hope everybody has a wonderful night, alright? Bye.